Today, at supporting B.O.B.S, I got my brother from another mother, man. We go way, 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 way back. Man, y'all gonna like this one right here, man. Hey, so tell them a little bit about yourself. Tell them how you got started. You know, I know too, man. It go way back to church days, playing the drums, and you know, the morals of it, man. Check it out. Tell them about yourself.
Well, a lot of y'all know me by Buck. Some of y'all don't know me, but a lot of y'all know me by Blackhollywood, film producer and music producer. I started back in the days, you know what I'm saying, with the hustling mentality, entrepreneur mindset, because like everybody in my family was hustlers, you know what I'm saying, you know, get it out the mud like y'all know. But, you know what I'm saying, as years transpired, you know what I'm saying, getting into the church and learning just different ways to live my lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, coming from a gang-banging background, and you know what I'm saying, like that's all I really knew. All I really knew was hustling, you know, grinding, you know, banging and all that stuff. But once I started going to church and getting into the church, I started getting around people that were successful in other ways. You know, it had nothing to do with the streets, had nothing to do with the upbringing and none of that, because a lot of them started out like me, but I seen them transition from being, you know, somebody that just, you know, was hustling, and they got in the church, started working a job, then they started a business, and you know, being in church for the longest years that I've been there, I just got into a place of mindset where I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I could do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was around I'm gonna say like 05, you know, I was heavy into the music scene, trying to, you know, get out here with the music or whatever. I just thought about it like, you know what I'm saying, I'm tired of hustling, I got kids now, you know, I'm married now, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, you know what, let me try this thing, man. You know, I was working this little side gig, but I was like, you know what, let me start my business. So boom, opened up my studio. Bam, opened up the studio.
So you say that's about around 05.
About 05, yep,
okay,
yep.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's when it was heavy, heavy. Y'all don't know, y'all don't know.
And it was a struggle. I ain't gonna tell you, I ain't gonna lie, because you know what I'm saying, back then, like the hustle hand was heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, so it was like I was struggling with, you know, am I gonna work this job or am I gonna stick to these streets? Because it was like, man, it was like a struggle. But I came to terms like, you know what? Let me just try to do it a different way. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I started a business. I started a studio company. Boss House Records, actually was a record label. Started trying to put out content, you know, start getting some clients. You know, I started making more money in my studio than actually I was making
at work.
Hustling and working. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hold on. Now I know I was making, like, as far as with the hustling, I was doing like $2,000 a week, at least $2,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might not be much to some of y'all, but $2,000 a week just from not really doing nothing, plus the side, plus a gig. You feel me? Like, I was doing pretty good, but I was like, you know what? I'm still running into little situations, so I gave that up, and I stopped working. I started working on my studio full time. You know what I'm saying? I went full time with that, and after I did that, that's when I started seeing like the potential of what I could do.
So mentally, what did it really take? Did it take for, like, you know, something that happens? Because, you know, usually people get made to do things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, oh, now I'm on probation, man. I gotta go to work. You know what I'm saying? What did it take, mentally, to get you to that space to be like, man, this ain't for me. I gotta do something different.
Right. Well, I'm gonna say what it took for me was basically it was like literally it was literally like God was saying, like, look, like I done helped you so far. You know what I'm saying? Like eventually something bad is gonna, you feel what I'm saying? My mindset was like, you know what I'm saying? Because the nigga broke in my house. You know what I'm saying? It took like 90 pounds of weed. I had like 90 pounds of weed, bro. Broke in my house, boom. On a Sunday, while I'm at church, while my family's in the house. Broke in my house, boom. Took like 90 pounds of weed. I'm like, man. I'm like, two things about to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm about to go to jail.
Exactly. Or I'm about to just
and
that was the sign I needed. Cause right then when I was trying to stop hustling, that's when I ended up getting the weed. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole week before I stopped hustling.
Them
Like
come with
I was literally
right
stopping, and then 90 pounds of some. And I'm talking about this was some purple, bro. This was that thing. You feel me? In my hand. So I'm like, oh man, I'm up, I'm on. But then my mindset like, nah, you gonna eat all right. You know what I'm saying? And like a week later, nigga hit my house, and then after that, I was like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? That was like that was a stroke.
It's signs, you know. It gives you signs,
Yep.
but you never acknowledge them.
Yeah,
They give it to you.
They stroked me, and because I let it go, you know what I'm saying? Like it seemed like my blessings just start compounding because idea after idea after idea start coming to me as far as business. Now back then, like the internet was popping, YouTube and stuff was up, but it was like I didn't really
paying attention to it.
We ain't paying attention, right? You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, I was online searching for different things to do, but I just, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't my main focus. My main focus was to get that studio booming even more, you know, make more money doing that.
So around 2005, what year did it really start booming for you to where you could really make some money and like really expand a little bit more?
Okay, so we're gonna fast forward 2005. From 2005 to like 2009, my business went from having maybe like 10 clients to having probably about 150. You know what I'm saying? And they was coming faithfully. When I say they was coming faithfully, I mean
how much an hour was you like? Give me a little ratio.
Back then I was just charging like 35 an hour, but I wouldn't charge no less than $100 for a beat. And they was coming to buy 3 or 4 beats at a time. So basically one client, I was netting off one client at least probably about $600 a month. You know what I'm saying? Like literally off every client, it was at least about $600 a month. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
how much did it take you to start the studio? And like, you know, like give me a rough estimate of like how much did you put in and how much, you know, rate of return or return of investment?
Okay.
Did you get?
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all, I started off with about $1,000 budget for a studio. I didn't spend no more than $1,000. I had an interface, I had a set of monitors, a computer, and 2 keyboards. I spent about $1,000 for that. And I took that $1,000 and I hustled off that $1,000 budget or that studio equipment for about 3 years. I didn't upgrade to like 3 years afterwards. And then I didn't upgrade that much. I just upgraded to a better interface and some better speakers. You know what I'm saying? So from 2005 to like 2009, I basically spent probably about $1,500. You know what I'm saying? But I netted probably close to like $100,000. You know what I'm saying? Off of just that 4-year run. Now that's 4 years, so you know you split that up. That's about $25,000 a year. But from somebody that just local, that's not really known far as being the big studio people, like you know certain persons like Frank Wright who was out here and different people that were up there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's great. You know what I'm saying? That's great for a start out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I spent about $1,500 in about a couple years, but you know, like I said, I was making like about $25,000 a year, and that's basically the basic salary that somebody would make at a job.
So much. Fast forward a little bit till you know, like 2016, 2017. So how'd you get into making the movies and who plugged you? You know, how did this all come about? Before you know, I don't know if y'all know, man. It's about to be going down, man. Y'all better be looking out too. Netflix, all that. You know what I'm saying? Philo, we about to be putting y'all on, man. Y'all don't know yet, but it's about to be coming. Watch what I tell you.
Well, at the end of my little run in 2009, you know what I'm saying? Like I filmed my first small little movie. Me and my cousin, we did a little movie, and I always wanted to do movies, but I just didn't know how to film movies, or I didn't know how to use equipment. I didn't know how to use cameras and stuff because I wasn't all into the film part of things. I've always been in music. So we did that first little clip or whatever, and that inspired me. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna get back to that. I'm like, I ain't fully into it yet, but this is what I really want to do at the end of my career, as far as like with this music stuff. I want to go into filmmaking, because with filmmaking, it's no age limit when it comes to You know what I'm saying? You trying to get yourself out there with that. So skip ahead a little bit. Went through some tragedies in my family life, my personal life. Some stuff happened that really it really knocked me off the scene. You know what I'm saying? You know,
RP to the bros.
Yep. So went through that. Went through them family tragedies. Set out a year, just set out a couple years and just got off the scene. Nobody knew where I was at. Everybody thought, you know, I might have moved out of town.
Hey, when I see you, I'm like, man,
I disappeared, man. I had to collect my thoughts and stuff, but the whole time I never stopped working. I was just coming up with a plan because I felt like, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get older, so you need to, you know, me not having a official career, you know, a 401k and all that, I got to create my own 401k. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Gym right there, y'all. Y'all better not sleep on that right
exactly. So what I did was I started jumping online and I started typing in little phrases like how to make money online and this and that and such and such. But we're going to get back to that. We're going to go back to the movie part. Okay. Boom. Fast forward all the way. We got past the tragedies, you know, we done hit like 2000. I'm going to go all the way up to about 2016. All right, 2016.
Before we get there, man, you know, I know that the tragedies was really hurting. What did it take to get past that? You know, because
listen.
I know personally that, you know, that time was like, you know, mentally, what space did you have to get in?
Yeah. Well, what I can say is this: like, if you got anybody that you know that truly love you, man, you got to get around positive people, man. Even if they don't know you, you put yourself around people. I don't care if you got to go to seminars. I don't care if you got to go anywhere, man. Whatever you do, put yourself around people that's going to speak into your life. That's going to speak positivity into you. That's going to, because I'm gonna tell y'all, always been a gangster in nature, was raised by gangsters, you know what I'm saying, from day one. So my whole mindset of the positivity, you know, because my brother was murdered. So like that, the positivity that was in me, it was trying to turn to negativity. It was, you feel what I'm saying? Because it's like when you do right by people your whole life and then something like that happened to you, it almost make you a monster, because you really want to flip back. Like, I done been there for people. I done did this. I done did that. Nobody there for me. Nobody. And if you're not careful, it'll flip you out on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was, man.
Mental health is wealth.
Mental health is wealth. I surrounded listen, people always say stuff like, oh, why you don't check on me? And why ain't nobody check on me and this and that? Listen, man. You can't wait on people to check on you. You might need the help. You check on them. If they ain't checking on you, you call them, because they don't really know the depths of what you go through. And if you're the type of person that don't know how to express your feelings, then that's going to be a problem, because sometimes you got to reach out to people for the help you need. You know what I'm saying? Just like in a classroom. If you know you struggling with an answer in your head and the teacher's right up there and they can help you out to figure out how to get that answer, and you don't raise your hand and you flunk, you the reason you flunked. You feel what I'm saying?
So when your grandma say a closed mouth don't get fed,
that's the truth.
That's the truth. It's literal. It's just not a saying.
It's the truth. So I had to reach out to people. It wasn't like, oh, they was reaching out, oh man, I know your people died and this and such. No. Some people did. But I literally myself had to reach out to people and say, look, I need some help. You know what I'm saying? I'm struggling with this. I'm battling with this demon, because, you know, I really want to go back into the streets and go do this and go do that. And I really had to reach out to people and talk to them. You know, and people start coming by, picking me up and swooping me up and taking me on road trips and taking me out of town. And it took a long time for me to battle myself, but at the end of the day, God was good. Amen, made me stronger than I ever been.
Amen.
You feel me?
I could see the glow. I could see the shine. I could see the mentality change from then to now. Yeah. So back to the movies.
Yeah.
Back to the movies.
Boom. We're gonna fast forward, bam, up to 2016. You know what I'm saying? Started trying to get my feet wet again. Caught me a little camera. I had this big studio out, Studio 607 Productions, that was out Southwick Mall, the Southwick area, about where Old Mall was at, where me and my dad had opened up. And just start doing a little photography and just trying to see what this camera work was like. But I started falling in love with how clean these footage was, man, and just how it looked. And then me being a movie buff, because my mom was a movie buff, man. Listen, my mom passed away. She had over 15,000 movies, like 15,000. She had all the series of everybody that made a series, from Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Tyler Perry, you name it. She had so many movies, and all we used to do is sit back, cook some food, and watch movies. So I was always interested in like the creation of movies, you know, the plot of the movies, and I was just so obsessed with I'm like, man, I want to become a filmmaker. So I bought my first camera. It really ain't do no collect dust because I'm like, man,
I don't know how to work it.
I don't know how to work it, and I'm calling people, they don't want to show me how to work it because they think I'm about to jump in and just, you feel me? So it didn't work out, but I kept messing with it. I kept going on YouTube. I kept learning to the point I was like, all right, I'm gonna set it down for a second.
Nah, this is a gem. You know, I don't want you to skip over that.
Yeah.
If you do something for a long enough time, you will become an expert.
You'll become an expert.
So that's the gem. I don't want y'all to miss that.
Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. Listen, man. I jumped into Facebook groups, all the little film groups, the Toledo film groups, right? So we fast forward now we done went from 2016. I put it down again, but I picked it back up 2019, right? So I say this, all right, it's 2019. I'm gonna do it now. Like, I ain't let nothing hold me back, nothing. So my first little score is boom. We shot a little mini short movie up at the spot on Blackhollywood and Door Street right there, right? So I shot it with that same camera. After all these couple years that went by, I learned the settings, I learned, you know, the lenses and different things like that. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got this thing down. I ain't a pro yet, but I got it down to the point to where I ain't no novice. I ain't no person that just starting out with it. So I got a little on my belt now. You feel what I'm saying? So
I know some
editing
editing
now. This out, right? So I get a couple homeboys together. We have no script, but I had the idea in my mind. I said, this is what we're gonna do. We shot the clip. So boom, we got everything done. I took it home. It took me about an hour and a half to edit what I had. You know, it was about 5-6 minutes. All right. So boom, I do that. First thing I do is I shoot it in the groups, the Toledo film groups. I ain't thinking I ain't gonna get no traction, right? Because I'm thinking like, man, you know, it's all right.
I know how you feel. I know how you feel, bro.
You understand?
I know how you feel.
My first rodeo.
And then sometimes, you know, you get a little buzz and then they die down.
Yep.
But you know, you keep going.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You keep going.
So I shoot it in there. I put it in there, right? Boom. Don't nothing happen for the first couple of days. Next thing I know, I start getting comments. I start getting likes. Then next thing you know, I got like 75 comments. Like, people that been filming for years, like, they commenting like, "Oh, was that done in Toledo? Like where did you do that?" And then another guy, which is a close friend of mine now, he's about to be the plug, y'all. He's about to be like a Tyler Perry. My boy Larry hit me up. So I'm like, all right, you know, he like, let's set up a meeting and stuff or whatever. So I'm thinking like, it's just, you know, somebody else is starting out like me. This dude is damn near a professor at the college for filmmaking. You know what I'm saying? But what drew him in was because he got the high power professional gear. He got the stuff that they use in Hollywood, right? But he seen my work with a DSLR camera. He seen how good I was with just a regular handheld camera. It just inspired him, like, because, and not to knock him down, because he's incredible at what he do, but he's seen the life in my film. You feel what I'm saying? He's seen that I could take something that's not a normal situation and turn it into a bigger situation.
He saw you coming through the camera.
Yep. He's seen it. And in his mind is, what if I taught him how to work the real
profession, the
exactly
commercial equipment.
Exactly. You know, he's seen my eyes. See, because everybody got a lens. We all got vision. And it's about how you portray that vision, how you bring that vision to life. If you can bring that vision to life to inspire somebody and to uplift somebody, then people start reaching out to you, because a lot of people, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for something to inspire them, to take them, to push them to the next level where they're trying to get. So he seen my potential right out the gate with that first film, like, oh man. And then when I hit him with that second one, it was knocked him over the table. You understand? It was like, man, I got to partner with this dude because no matter what, he on his way.
Yeah.
It's just like it's undeniable.
It's like owning Apple back in 2009, and now it's 2020, and they the $1 trillion company.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But so, what? I don't want to give movies away, but give me a little bit about how you about to, you know, formulate this plan. You know, I know. Where'd you come up with the name for the film company too?
The film company? Well, it's called TAFA, and it's called Toledo Academy of Filmmakers and Actors. Okay?
Jim.
The reason that, you know what I'm saying, that I put this together and I'm getting ready to bring it to life is because simple mathematics. Where you put opportunity in the community, then it opens up a doorway to create blessings and positivity. Also, it shrinks the crime rate. Because if people got opportunities to be able to feed their families, to be able to take care of themselves, you know, they're not gonna have all that energy to just be out doing the things that they're doing. And like a lot of people say, it's hard to reach this younger generation. It's not hard to reach the younger generation.
You got to reach them with what they like and what they know.
What they know, exactly.
You got to entice them with a little bit.
Yep.
You got to entice them.
You got to show them. You got to show them how to make a bag. Yeah, that can be made without violence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I come from an era to where, like, all of my homeboys and my homegirls, we were tight knit like a family. Our whole neighborhood was like brothers and sisters, unless we were couples. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, I could be hanging out with such and such this day, and then I could be hanging out with such and such that day. Yeah. But this is baby mama to such and such. Yeah. But he ain't mad because he know we like brothers. Yeah. We had never crossed that line. So it was like a lot of loyalty and a lot of just family orientation when I came up with like all my friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like that now. It's because a lot of people that came up with us didn't fail to realize that they were having kids, and that generation was gonna come, and then it was gonna be another generation after that. So we like on the third generation. We ain't on it like the second generation. Some of our kids are still in that second generation, but we really like on the third generation, and that's where really the crime wave is coming from. Because like we 20 years, 25 years up, and then you done had that 20-year bracket, and then you got that other one that was coming. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of like, it's a mixture of culture
and mentalities.
You know what I'm saying? And what we got to do is we got to find a balance as being pillars in the community. We gotta go back, because we know the streets. We know the hustle side. We know the gang side. We know all that. We got to create these opportunities and bring us together as a community to show the people that's out here that's doing these things, like, it don't have to be done. It's a whole nother way. You know, we need to breed some black billionaires.
And, you know, this is why I'm showing y'all this right now. You know, this is what B.O.B. supporting B.O.B.s is all about. Yeah. You know, we trying to come and bring another initiative to the city. Yeah. Now, my man doing movies. Yeah. Now, I know you want to be in somebody's movie.
Look,
you can't tell me you don't want to be in the movie.
I got some dope films coming.
Come on.
I'm gonna tell y'all about one specific one. It's called They Always Come Back. And I'm gonna just tell y'all the gist of this story, just so y'all know. So this story is about a drug dealer, a kingpin drug dealer. He started out with 4 of his friends when they were younger. They were like teenagers or whatever. But fast forward into the movie, the main character, he decides, him and his girl decide they want to get out the game. So what they gonna do? They're gonna pass the game to the people, to his people, right? But see, his second hand, right hand man, and that's why you gotta be careful too. You telling everybody your business, even people close to you sometimes, because sometimes people ain't always solid as you think. So what happened was, he gets ready to pass the game on to his four other friends, and so his right hand man was secretly had a secret jealousy of him because he was always in love with the man's wife. You feel what I'm saying? So when he go to get out the game, the second in charge, he get the other three to get in on the robbery. So they go to rob him, right?
Don't give him everything.
I ain't gonna give him more. They go to rob him. They kill him. And remember what I told y'all. The movie's called They Always Come Back. So y'all just have to watch the movie to see what happened.
Hey,
you feel me?
Coming soon for y'all,
coming
man.
soon, yeah.
Hey, and if you want to be in it, man, you know, how can they reach you? You know what I'm saying? Them little things like that too. You know, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So you said it's the Toledo what?
Tafa. Toledo Academy of Filmmakers and Actors.
Man, that's beautiful.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to breed filmmakers and actors and actresses. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna open up an academy here. It's gonna start out as an online curriculum, but we're gonna do hands-on training. So what that means is y'all gonna have little tests and stuff that I'm gonna send y'all to do, little quizzes and stuff online. But y'all gonna be out in the field with me, and we're gonna create a lot of mini movies all the way up until I get you ready to do a whole feature film. Like, so I'm gonna be sending y'all out with cameras and lighting and a script and say, all right, you go do this script, and then another team go do the same script but do it in a different area. So we're gonna contrast, and I'm gonna show you how to do this stuff like in real time instead of sitting in the classroom for 3 years and all that. Nah, we gonna go out and we gonna film. And that's how y'all gonna get it.
Hey, I need him too, man. Y'all just don't know, man. This shit like motherfucking like U-Haul storage.
We're gonna have some fun, man, because I feel like the way for me to be able to give back, you know what I'm saying, to our community, to our people is, you know, to give them another opportunity and another perspective. I'm all about perspective when it comes to this filming and when it comes to life. So you gotta give people a different perspective to see out of their own eyes. It's not about them always seeing out of your eyes. It's just about you showing them how to look out of their own eyes and see a different perspective, and that's what I'm about.
I was watching this YouTube channel, and he said, a good teacher, a great teacher will send you back to yourself. That's what a good teacher would do. Because he can't be the person to give you, to make you do it. Like the old saying, you could take them to the water, but you can't make them drink. So he could give you the perspective, but you gotta be willing to learn too. You know, them the type of things like, you know, ego gotta go out the window sometimes. You know, especially when you get older. I don't know, you know, it's a lot of youngins out here that still, you know.
And not to cut you off, but like he just said, ego gotta go out the window. It gotta go out the window most of the time. Only time you really supposed to use your ego is when you lack it within yourself. You use your ego against yourself and say, you know what, I'm better than this. I know I can do this. I know I can accomplish this. It's not about being arrogant, it's about being very confident. So I don't even use my ego with people. I use my ego when it comes to myself. When I'm sitting there and I'm trying to figure out something and I'm ready to give up, I'll be like, you know what, I'm not giving up. I'm not letting this beat me. I don't care what I gotta do, how many hours of research, I'm gonna figure it out. So you use your ego with yourself. Don't use it on people, because most of the time people see that.
I ain't gonna let this slip past me though either. The man said he make money off the internet. Nah. I don't know if y'all know, but if you can make money off the internet, shit, I gotta learn this shit, So give me a little bit of game, you know what I'm saying? We'll talk off camera about the rest of it, but just give me a little bit of that. Give me a little bit of that.
Well, like I said, you know, back in like 2000, what I say, 2009, from 2009 to 2016, like I kind of got off the grid a little bit, but I was online and I was searching for different opportunities on how to make money, you know what I'm saying, really with my regular businesses. But I started seeing all of these make money online, this, make money online, that.
But you know, sometimes, man, you know, especially like us, man, we think, man, that shit a scam, man.
And for a lot of years, I did think it was a scam. I tested out like so many like different business models and different different things that it just.
So you took some L's, I mean not losses, but you took some lessons along the way.
Yep, and out of curiosity, because like I said, curiosity
killed the cat.
You know what I'm saying? But
it's not a saying; it's literal.
But curiosity is just mental risk. That's all it is. You're curious about something, but you're risking your time to figure if this is true or not. So I spent a lot of money on stuff that now if I do it now, I'll kill the game. But be out of ignorance, I spent a lot of money testing things that I wasn't familiar with, right? But one thing about me is, like I said, I'm not a quitter. So I never gave up. I kept on, going online, trying to find different things and hopping on different websites, reading article after article. I done read thousands and thousands, probably 10,000 articles on how to make money from home, make money online or whatever. Never jumped into it, but spent money to learn what stuff meant. You know what I'm saying? You had to learn what it means, the terminology.
First, I tell my kids all the time, learn the language.
Learn the language. You have to learn the language. Just like my first software program, I didn't know the language, so I didn't know how to record on it. Didn't know how to navigate through it. But as I went through the little instruction manuals and
read the instructions,
the index and all that, it started telling me this is how you do this. Boom, 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 boom. So same thing with the make money online. Back then, like if in 2000, and I'm gonna say, if I'd have knew this in 2012, like the stuff that I know now, as far as like making money online, I know I would have probably about $50 million. Like literally, I know it, because it wasn't saturated like it is now. Now it's like you have to understand like so many different elements of a system, and then you have to know how to put them together to make them work, and then you got to test them out to see if they even working in the market that you're trying to make some money out of. So it's a little complexity to it, but I'm breaking it down to where it's about to be.
But we can teach courses on this now.
Because my goal is once I perfect this little thing that I got going on, I'm gonna teach people straight out the gate, like your goal should be no less than $100 every day. If you can make $100 every single day, and I'm talking about without having to do minimum to no work, to where you can just
7 days a week, $700 every week, $1,400 every 2 weeks, $2,800 a month.
$2,800 a month. You feel what I'm saying? A passive income.
Yeah, and it's 12 months in a year.
And then you can multiply that $100 a day by by 15. So if you have 15 systems in place that's making you $100 a day, you do the math. Think about that. Another equation. If you had 1,000 people giving you 15 cents every hour for 24 hours in a day, 30 days a month, and then you had 1,000 people, or you had 2,000 people, 3,000 people giving you that every single day, you do the math. You see what I'm saying?
So what
residual income?
What is you doing though?
You said what you doing?
You just saying shit now. Tell me, what are the things that can make that possible? Give us some game, man. Tell us. Give me one thing that I'm gonna have to do some research myself. Right. So just give me something that I could go take with me and do some research. And it's for all y'all, not just me.
Okay. I throw y'all one little secret out there. Automatic fax. Now, businesses always see, like, a lot of people don't think about this, because a lot of people don't think about a fax machine or businesses faxing information and different things like that, right? So, like, you wouldn't even think, like, people make money off of faxing. But what I found out is people are making residual income off of just having a fax machine that just sits up and automatically is set up with a website, and it just automatically gets these codes, and then it gets this information, and it faxes it straight to the target. Boom, right? But in order for that to happen, it has to be a transaction take place. So it's businesses that's just putting money into account just to get all that information faxed off to another business, and then somebody that's sitting back in an office with a business fax setup set up with a computer system, and it's just racking out like an ATM machine. You got thousands and 10,000s of businesses just send for information, and all this thing do is set up on a server and just fax information to other businesses. And you the owner of the fax machine.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Because, you know, I went to the library and places like that, but it's like $2 a fax or some shit like that. I think it's like $2.
And just think if that fax machine is outputting, 160,000 faxes
a week,
a month.
A month.
You know what I'm saying? And $2 a pop.
Yeah, I think it's like $2.
You feel what I'm saying? $2 a pop. You gotta think about that. So like me, what I try to figure out is ways to make residual income, and it don't always have to be, oh, I gotta be making 50 off him, or I gotta be making 60. No, it can be simple as 10 cents. But 10 cents times 75,000 people times 24 hours in a day times 30 days in a month. Shit. That'd be a million. You feel what I'm saying? So
it's another old saying. I really don't know how to say it, but they said, would you take $1 million right now, or would you take a penny doubling every day for 30 years?
Some
I think
people
I'll take the,
I'm
taking that penny doubling.
Yeah, exactly. Because some people gonna say, oh, I'll take the $1 million
right now.
Understand? Like no.
It's long term. You know, we didn't get this age not thinking for the long term. So I'm telling any young man, any young woman out there, you gotta think for the future. You know, even though people are like, oh, what about fuck the future? Tomorrow is the future.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you don't gotta think fucking 30 years like I do.
Yeah.
But I'm saying tomorrow is the future. So think about the future. What's gonna happen next?
Yeah.
Just a little small.
And I'm gonna throw y'all one more last nugget when it comes to this business stuff. Like anybody that got a business, I don't care what business you have. What you have to learn how to do, if you really want to become wealthy fast, don't be the type of person that where this is my business, it's solely my business, and I'm gonna run it and I'm gonna make all this money. Listen, learn how to duplicate yourself. And what I mean by that is, if you are a food truck, okay, all right, it's all types of other food trucks. It's thousands of food trucks. That means that you in the chitlin circuit, right? What you gonna do to stand out from the rest? I'm gonna tell you what I would do. If I owned a food truck, guess what I would do? I would own a marketplace for food trucks. You feel what I'm saying? Meaning, I will have a whole system set up to where if this food truck is not making money over here, guess what? I got a website set up where the food truck is making money online. All the food trucks is on my website. You can sell right off my website, location and all. You gotta make it to where when you're making money, other people are making money. Because the people know, because if I know that I can come mess with you and I'm gonna make money on my bad day when I'm not making no money doing my own thing, and I know I can come straight over here and jump right in and the money start flowing, I'm gonna keep coming to you. And I'm willing to pay you.
It's networking. It's networking.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta extend my hand to my brother when my brother is asking for help.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it ain't just gotta be my brother. It could be any person who needs the help or need a place to market, a place to, show their skill. That's something like acting kinda, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you don't know if you can act if you never put the time in to try.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So it's really about trying out here, man. You know, they say God, one step, you take one step, he'll take the next step for you. But first you got to try. You got to take the step first.
Faith without works is dead, and that's biblical. That's the Bible right there. You got to step out there. You can't think it's just gonna happen and fall out of the trees. See, God understands the law of reciprocity because he created it. You reap what you sow. If you put your energy into it, you're going to get it. That's why people say karma this, karma that. Yes, because people put out bad energy, and that bad energy got to find somewhere to circle back.
It got to go back.
You feel me? So I stopped putting bad energy out years ago. That's why I can smile, I can be content by myself, have fun. I don't got to worry about nobody over my shoulder because I stopped putting out any type of bad negative energy years ago. You feel me? and all my blessings, they starting to come. So yeah.
So what's next for the Black Hollywood? What you call it, Bollywood?
Blackhollywood, BH Films, you know what I'm saying?
Black Hollywood.
What's next for me? Listen, I ain't putting no music out in a minute, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little older now, but down me, I'm right now. I'm on fire right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to drop a couple tapes, but after those tapes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get this academy and stuff together, man. I'm about to be out here full-fledged filming. We about to turn Toledo up like Detroit is turned up with these films. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to pull a network with all the cinematographers and videographers that are available and that are willing to work with me. We about to put a bomb team together, and man, we about to take this city all the way up with these films, man. So like bro said, if you're trying to get in these films, you know what I'm saying, you can hit me up at Blackhollywood, BLAK Hollywood 360 at gmail.com. Send me an email, you know what I'm saying, or you can hop on my Facebook page and DM me. But we about to turn up with these films, man. By March, y'all about to see me out here with the crew, and we about to get this.
I want to go back on this video and be like, bro said he was gonna do that shit, and I was sitting right there with him, man, and we proved it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it's all about: saying what you gonna do, and really accomplishing something. You know, because there's a lot of people out here that just out here filly dilly.
Fishing for clout. They just want the clout. That's it.
It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it.
Nope.
It's about trying to take care of your family in the end. You know, your mom needs you. You know, I don't know if you got siblings, but you know, being out here ain't always what it's cracked up to be. You know, and that's what I'm here for, man. To show y'all supporting B.O.B.S is real, you know, and we can come together and make some real stuff happen. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's what this whole podcast is for. All right, appreciate you, bro, man. Thank you, man.